Alright, what up you schmucks? So as of April 17th, 2024, Pokemon Go announced new customization options for the avatar characters, and since then, they've been receiving a fuck ton of backlash. Back then, your characters used to look like this, but now they look like this. I don't know about you, but I find this shit mad disgusting. This shit looks like Caesar from Rise of the Planet of the Apes. The torso's abnormally long, and the hips are non-existent. I don't know what Pokemon was smoking when they said, "Trainers, your avatar can now look even more like you." This shit looks far less human than before, and sadly, this is a permanent change. As you can see, not only are the body proportions fucked, but the colors are more dull, making you into this lifeless, androgynous homunculi. This shit looks far less human than Zuckerberg, and that's saying a lot. And when you're in the overworld, the faces look goofy and retarded. They look like they were inflated with an air pump. Now you gotta look at this dog shit every time you're in the overworld. And that's not the only body type. You also have the option to create shit like this. I'm willing to bet my nutsack and social security number that this body type is only used for shits and giggles, cause I find it hard to believe that someone would genuinely self-insert themselves as an ugly-ass blob of flesh. There's no way anyone can look at this without bleaching their eyes afterwards. I feel like I've committed a sin just by looking at this. I don't have a problem with fat people IRL, but fat characters in games, get that shit out of my face. There's also this thing where they made the legs too thick, to the point where it looks like they're showing off their pussy underneath. I heard it was patched later on, but that just shows you how rushed and lazy this update was. But that's not all. For some reason, when you put on headphones, your character's head deflates, and some parts of your model are unpolished, like you can see right through their heads. It's clear that the team behind this game are a bunch of lazy piece of shits, and it shows. It's a spit in the face to the players who bought these cosmetics. With a successful franchise like Pokemon, you'd expect them to produce high quality shit, but you can clearly see the dog shit they put into this update. It's a major downgrade from before. I'm shocked that someone at Niantic thought this was a good marketing idea. I'm also shocked that they decided to release this update in the current state that it's in. You're probably wondering why this update is such a mess, and that's because this game is run by people like this. This is the community manager for the Pokemon Go app, and just by looking at this, you can tell this person is an advocate for diversity and inclusion. You can tell how mentally stable someone is when they got cringe in bio. So let's take a look at this, shall we? Painfully queer. White silence is white consent. Like, what the fuck? What are you, Uki from Niji Sanji? People like this are so obsessively fixated on looks and appearances than actually making a good functioning game, and that's why so many people are quitting. If Pokemon and Niantic had the option to bring back the old models, I wouldn't give two shits about this new model update, but instead, they forced this shit down your throat. Not a single person asked for this. It's one thing to make this optional, but it's another thing to force this without any form of consent, and that's why this shit doesn't sit well with me. This new update is one of the worst decisions they've ever made. When you start adding pointless diversity and political agendas in games, that's when you lose everyone's trust, and as a result, so many long-term fans who've spent so much time on this game are now leaving. I doubt that Pokemon Go is going to reverse their decisions, so personally, I'm rooting for this game's downfall. In conclusion, fuck this game. Anyways, that's the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and sub to the channel, and let me know your thoughts on the new Pokemon Go update. I'd see ya.